Hey guys, can you let me know if the audio is coming through pretty well? Can you hear me from the feed here? Can you just comment below? One, if you've never done yoga before, I want you to go slow. I don't want you to force anything. I'm not there to see you and sort of guide. I'm going to walk you through verbal instructions, but if anything's uncomfortable, back out. Don't hyperextend joints. Don't do anything that feels sharp or painful. If we sit down in a chair and your muscles feel like they're burning a little bit, that's fine. That's just working tissue. But I don't want you to overextend or hurt yourself in any way while we work. If you have kids with you, they're totally welcome to like join along and play in. Not only do I not teach a normal yoga class, I don't even teach like a normal yoga class during a global pandemic online. So lots of fun. I'm going to walk you through verbally. Hopefully you can pick up the audio signal pretty well. I've got another camera here. This will be again on Facebook Live, but I'm also recording at a slightly higher quality that I'm going to put up on YouTube later. I did run the audio signal here on Facebook though, hoping you guys were attending. So we're going to get started. You're going to line up at the front of your mat. And generally, hips width distance. We're in Texas. Hips width distance between your feet. And you're going to go slow and just breathe along with me. It's going to take a little bit of time to warm up, but I just want to make sure you are feeling good. Can somebody write below and let me know you can hear the sound fine? All of my audio signals look like they're doing good, but I want to see somebody say it. Feel free to share this with friends and family, by the way. If they want to join live and participate, they can. So, hips width distance between feet, and you just stand tall. Generally, you're going to breathe through your nose, but if you ever feel like you need to let go of excess tension, you can exhale out of your mouth. And from here, big in-breath, arms up. Just warming up, mobilizing. It's been a while since I've had a physical practice, so I wanted to go back in slow. Your knees are bent. You're allowing your spine to hang as comfortably as you can. There's some pull into the hamstrings and the posterior, but you want to be able to feel tension slowly release, and you're allowing your spine to gently fall apart, vertebra by vertebra. And slowly bend the knees, stand up. And follow along, big in-breath, arms up, look up, and slowly at your own pace, swan dive forward. You can bend to the knees, allow the spine to hang over the thighs. If you bend your knees deeply enough, you can rest your torso on your thighs. Then slowly you straighten the legs enough where you feel a good stretch in the posterior. Then allow your head and neck to hang. Shake it out, no tension. Weight on your right foot, you're going to step back. Generally 90 degrees. You don't want to push the knee way past out front. If the back leg is bent, slowly what happens if you lengthen that leg? Drop down, good stretch into the front of the hip there. Arms wide. If you fall over, no worries. As you exhale, arms down. Step the left foot back. Plank position. You're going to lower yourself down slowly, elbows into your side. And lift up. Slowly, you can lift your bottom. Walk your feet slightly forward and walk the legs out. Left to right, side to side. Make sure this doesn't bother or hurt your wrists or your other joints. Just lengthening, mobilizing, creating some space. Now, get a firm grip. Step the right foot forward or edge it forward. Weight on the right foot this time. If the left leg begins to bend, just slowly see if you can begin to straighten it. Arms wide. Weight into the right foot. Step forward. Forward bend. Shake it out. No tension in the upper back and neck. Let it hang. If you need to bend more at the knees, doesn't matter. Just lengthening the posterior chain. And slowly stand. Look up. Now from here, just a slight tuck, just a gentle contraction in the gluteals to like tuck the pelvis. Belly squeezes in, shoulder blades roll back and down. Fingers are together, palms at your side. Long, tall spine, all the way up through the crown. Big in-breath, arms up, look up. And swan dive forward. Knees bent. You can walk it out however many times you need to. Feel free to move around, so long as it's within a range that makes you feel comfortable. Allow your head and neck to fall. You're going to ease strain on the low back by bending the knees. If you feel any discomfort in the low back, bend the knees deeper. And slowly, right foot back, weight into the left. I'm going to really try to get this interior compartment on my right hip if I had some problems with that. So I'm really trying to tilt my pelvis in a way that allows me to lengthen right through the front there. Most people have a tendency, they'll want to straighten this leg a little bit to take the pressure off. It's totally fine. You're going to try to build to 90 degrees, but you got to build more strength and pressure in your quads, capacity to be able to hold that. And swan dive forward. Plank position again. Good solid push up, elbows in, push yourself up, push yourself up, push yourself up. Come on, just 5. And you can walk your feet as close to your hands as necessary. Just walk the legs out, side to side. You don't want to feel too much pressure on your wrists or your ankles. You want to try to distribute weight evenly. So instead of just dropping the head, what happens if you lengthen out of the crown, kind of undulate your spine through? You're trying to create space. If we didn't call it yoga, we just call it mobility exercises. What's the difference? Mainly your focus. You can bend the knees as much as you want. you can begin to straighten. It's going to give you some length in the backs of the legs. And then hand or foot forward, I should say. Little weight. Bring your body up. Now I'm going to lengthen this anterior compartment. I'm going to lengthen this leg just a bit more. Can sort of sway with my pelvis, trying to create space. Trying to open up there. And from here, I'm going to turn. Now I'm going to take my toes and turn the toes in just a little. And from here, what I want to be able to do is maybe with the knees slightly bent, and roll down and forward. Big hamstring stretch. You can walk the legs back and forth, side to side. You can grab around the shins, around the calves, around the ankles, wherever works best. Allow your spine to hang and lengthen forward. Little back and forth. See how much play you have. How comfortable is it? I purposefully turned my keister away from the camera. You're welcome. Slowly bring yourself up. Turn back to the front. Step in again. And weight into the right foot. Forward bend. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Again, if anything feels uncomfortable, just back off. Decrease the stretch. It's not about how deep you can go. It's about how focused you can be. And slowly stand up. Arms up. Look up. Arms by your side. Now, right foot, big step back. The right foot goes to about 45 degrees. So my left foot is forward. My right foot is 45 degrees to it. Generally, if you were looking in a mirror like I am, second toe through the heel, that line straight back is going to run underneath the arch or underneath the heel on my right leg. I want enough space so I can bend my knee to just about 90 degrees. I'm going to bring the left arm out in my case, right arm back. I want you to turn your palms up. Turning your palms up decreases the slouch, allows the shoulders to open. You want the palm to be just about level with the shoulder or just a bit lower. And I want you to lengthen through the shoulders, either side. You're going to look out over the middle finger right here. You can turn just the palms over now. Now, bend the knee, kind of play just a little. Don't feel like you have to hold it static. Make it feel nice. What feels like you're getting muscles to support joints without feeling strained. Slowly, I'm going to take this leg and step back just a hair, probably about a foot distance. If my foot was here, I moved it back to here. Now I'm going to lift both quadriceps, both thighs, and I'm going to lengthen forward. I'm going to play tug of war. I'm going to reach forward with the left hand, and then reach back with the right hand. Just exploring range of motion again. Reaching forward with the left hand. Now, my leg is lengthened, my kneecap is lifted, my quadriceps are engaged. Not vigorously, but just contracted for support. I'm lengthening as far forward as I can, and this is as far as my hips will allow. So I'm just going to bring my arm down. I don't have to lean full weight on the leg, but I can just make contact here. I don't particularly want to move my spine except to rotate it and look up. And slowly come up. Step both feet forward again. And walk it out. If you're holding any tension, just shake it out. Gonna step the left foot back. Big step for warrior two. Knee bends, arms out. You can turn the palms up initially. Just the palms over. Then, this leg, I'm going to step it back, my toes, I'm just going to go to there. There we go. Now, both legs are lengthened, tug of war again. We're going to go forward. We're going to go back. Mobilization. Little bit of space. Now, as you've lengthened forward again, you're going to bring your hand down. You can put a little bit of weight here, but I don't want you to put all your weight on your leg. My spine is preferably long and lengthened. You reach the other arm up. Look up and gently rotate. You can turn the eye gaze towards the upstretched hand. Both kneecaps lifted. Trying to breathe calmly. Slowly up. And step forward. Hips width distance again. Big in breath. And slowly roll up. So I want you to lay down on your back just to take a breather. Just back like this. You can kind of windshield your wiper, your hips, knees, side to side for just a second. If you feel up for this, you can do it. But in my case, I've been doing this for a long time. But I don't want you to do this at home if you hadn't had prior training. So, knees side to side. Release any tension. You can move your arms out to the side or down towards your hips. You can stretch them up above your head. Whatever feels most comfortable to you. And lengthen your legs out on the floor. Now I want you to shake all your limbs. Shake all your limbs out. Get the tension out and breathe. So, and from here, bent legs. You're going to pull the right foot up. It's going to cross over the left knee. Now from here, I want to try a little windshield wiper side to side in this position. I want to feel some length in that right gluteal. I'm going to scoot down so I'm actually on my mat. So kind of like the windshield wiper before. Feel a little tension in this right gluteal. Then back it over. Now comfortable distance from the heel to your bottom. Go to the right, then to the left. The most important part of the whole practice is the breathing. It's a little more difficult for me to focus on my breathing because I'm verbally walking you through. And opposite side, one last time. And back to center. I'm going to pull both of my knees in towards my chest. I'm going to get a good grip here, feet side by side. Just want to roll on my lumbar spine. It's like a massaging my lumbar spine into the mat, into the floor. You'll notice here that I kind of almost lifted my head and looked down and then rolled the neck back out. I'm going to tuck the chin and press the back of the head down. Working on that cervical spine. I had that car accident in. Lengthening those vertebrae. Oh yeah, right in there. And slowly. I'm going to bring the knees out to the side, let them fall open. Don't have to hold static. You can move side to side, just rock it out. Trying to create space in the body. Feel open. Relaxed. At ease. Then you're going to turn over onto your front, onto your belly. I'm going to walk you through these. A little more work, but we're not doing standing poses. Not working your legs at the moment. So I'm going to turn over on my front. Oh, I'm going to put my palms underneath the shoulders. Going to bring the feet together. Heels together. Knees down the mat. And not a lot of weight in the palms. The palms are just there for support, kind of balance. I'm going to gently squeeze my legs, squeeze my bottom, and begin to lift my spine. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Now lift up comfortably. Squeeze the legs, push into the feet. And slowly lower down. Turn your head to the side, right or left, doesn't matter. And back to center again. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the bottom, lift up. You're going to rise and fall as you breathe. Just try to gain in the lift. And slowly head to the opposite side. It's good for the articulations and your cervical vertebra to turn from side to side. Feels like it's massaging those facet joints open. And slowly, arms to the side, legs together. Slowly lift up. Lengthen the legs, quadriceps engaged, arms up, kind of rolling around my belly, just trying to find a good center spot. And back down again. Shake it out. No tension. Letting it go after we contract muscles. Just release. And palms under your shoulders. You're going to bring your body up. And I'm going to come back gently towards my heels. Belly rests on the thighs. The arms can be out. Working it out. Every little joint. Trying to create space. Something more open. And just come back to seated. I'm going to restart my camera over here. And on our bottoms. I'm going to have the left foot forward. And I'm going to bend even. Going to bend the right foot. It's just at the knee or just above at the thigh. And I want to be able to rock this leg and thigh open. No tension there. Totally fine to breathe through your nose. But when I feel a little more tension, I just exhale out of the mouth and relax my jaw. Relax anything up here. I'm going to slowly, big in-breath. Look up. And I'm going to fall down and forward. So if your hamstrings aren't that open, no shame. Just come here. If you engage the quadricep and pull the foot back gently, you're going to engage that back line. A little bit more stretch there. But there's no judgment for how open your legs are. Everybody's a bit different. Maybe you feel a little more low back strain. If it feels like too much on your low back, you just back out. You can lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, squeeze your belly in gently and just roll. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for you. That's good. I feel a deep stretch through my calves and soleus, deep stretch through semimembranosus, semitendinosus, and the hamstrings, all the way back to the ischial tuberosity. If I pull the foot back, ooh, feel it through the plantar surface of the foot, kind of out the toes right there. And up. Going to reach the left hand over to the bent knee. I'm going to take a big in-breath and use this length here, this little bit of traction, to lift my spine up. Big, long spine on the in-breath. As I exhale, I'm going to twist gently. One vertebra at a time. No force. Just using our strength to lengthen along the spine. See a little bit of rocking, trying to open the spine. Totally normal. And back to center. Going to bring the right foot out. Left foot in towards the thigh. And just like before. Big in-breath. Get settled. If you feel like you're holding tension, just shake it out. No tension in the thighs or the hips. And big in-breath. Exhale, lengthen forward. If it starts to be too much on your leg or too much on your low back, just hold out. You can scoot yourself back. You can use your hands as a support to lift your spine. As much much or as little as you can comfortably. Everybody's mobility, range of motion is different. Every day you practice, you'll become a little bit more mobile. Slowly bring your body out. Long spine, shake it out. Gonna reach the right hand over to the left knee. Big, long spine, using some of this weight. Almost like I'm holding at the knee, but I'm almost leaning back, opening the chest, opening the rib cage. Long, slow twist. Don't force, but feel free to rock just a little. Just open the spine, open the chest. You can see in this case I'm reaching over with the left hand to try to pull the chest open. And back to center. I'm going to bring both legs out. You can pull the flesh away from your bottom so you can feel your ischial tuberosities, those bony knobs on your butt, stick into the floor. And big in breath. Once I got to about right there, I felt like a deep stretch from my calves, and I just wanted to be cautious. I was like, ooh, what's that? But you just give your body time to associate this as like a normal range. It's totally fine if your arms are here. You don't want to completely slouch through the chest, so big in breath. Lift and lengthen the spine. Fall in as you exhale. Bring yourself up. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and bend my knees to make an entrance here. I'm going to lean back. I want to sit on my bottom so that I can lift my feet. There's just enough abs engaged here. Now, if you're strong enough, you can bring your arms out. You can lengthen your legs completely. Try to lengthen your spine. If you need to bend the knees, what about this? Oh. Long spine. Try to open the chest. Legs together. Back and forth. Back and forth. Feet together. Shake it out. I'm going to clasp my hands, interlacing the fingers around the feet. Big in breath. It's like I'm gently pulling on the feet to lengthen my spine, pull my shoulder blades down. I feel this good pull right through here. As that serratus posterior, superior, levator scapula, trapezius. Always breathe. You'll notice when you get into a position, you'll hold your breath. Try to let it go. Breathe in and out comfortably through the legs. Then I'm going to slowly sit back. I'm going to see if I can hold my grip here. Hey. And I'm just playing at this point. Just seeing what my range of motion is. I'm going to bring my legs wide. Now, if you can't bring your legs this wide, it doesn't matter. What happens if your legs are here? Everybody's hamstrings are different. Everybody's adductors, gracilis, adductor lengths, different range, different mobility. I just want you to bring your legs wide enough so you can feel a comfortable stretch while you sit. So I'm going to bounce the legs back and forth, just letting them go, letting them relax. I'm going to walk, and a finger walk my hands down towards, and for me, maybe about right there. I'm lengthening my arms now, putting a little bit of weight. I feel a deep stretch through the backs of my thighs, down towards the knee, but not quite under the knee. It's a little bit more to the inside. And I'm going to move my head and neck around, just let it hang forward for a second. And back up to center. I'm going to put my hands and turn them around so that I can put them at my bottom. I want to do a little back bend with some supported help. I'm leaning into my palms and trying to open the shoulder blades back and allow my chest to slowly open. Open the chest. And slowly forward. I'm going to turn my torso towards my right foot. I probably might not be able to turn like completely my shoulders, but generally I want to go that direction. I'm going to lift the right thigh. And as I exhale, I'm going to reach out and over. If I only get to here, it's totally fine. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter for you. The intensity can feel rigorous. Maybe it feels intense, feels thorough, but I don't want it to feel sharp and painful. It doesn't feel like we're doing something that's going to injure. It just feels like we're, oh, hey, what's going on? You're awake, aware of the tension there. I'm going to turn my body back towards the left, same thing. I'm going to contract, lifting the left thigh, maybe pulling the left foot back a little bit. Big in breath. Reaching down and forward. If you only come to here, that's fine. If you need to take pressure off of your quadratus lumborum, your QL on the right side, you need to take pressure off of your low back. Just lengthen your arms. Bring your spine up. Then exhale and fall forward with me. And again, backing up to center. Another second pass of the back bend. Palms down, fingers face away. Find a good support. It feels like your arms are gently tucking into your sides or into your back to give you some support. So you can roll the shoulder blades back and open. You can allow the head to hang back so long as it's comfortable for you. And palms up, big in breath. Now, you can fold down and forward. If you only get to here, it doesn't matter. I still feel length in my hamstrings. Still feel length in my hamstrings. That's the first order of business. Then, if you're comfortable, you can walk yourself down just a bit more. Now, every in-breath, you can lift and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you can fold forward slowly. slowly. You're going to turn around and lie down on your back again. I'm going to check my camera here, see where we're at, see how you guys are doing. Thanks for letting me know that the AV was good. So, down on my back again. I'm going to put my arms above my head, shake them out. And I want to feel comfortable in the shoulder joints, particularly. If you need to go a little bit wider, it doesn't particularly matter. I want you to be able to mobilize shoulder blades, open that up. In some of the recent classes, I've talked about the fact that people have their chest rolled forward and trying to open the chest, open the shoulders. Little windshield wiper again. This time we're going to be a little bit more rigorous on our gluteals. I want you to, there's a bone along your lumbar spine down to your tailbone. This is your sacrum. It's in a V, right square in your keister. I want you to be able to roll just to the right side onto your gluteals, onto the floor. If you're like me, you have a concrete floor. So you can get a little bit of a massage right there. If you want a little bit more, I want you to take your fist without hurting your hand. You can put your fist down and I want you to roll onto it. I want you to find that knuckle, ooh, right in there. Now don't hurt your hand, but you can lean onto it and start to mobilize the hip to apply a little pressure. I'm hitting gluteus medius and gluteus maximus right here. And I can always move this around so long as it's comfortable. I can come closer, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Depends on what feels good to me. Ooh, right there. Ooh. And mobilize that leg. Shake that hip. Oh, now make a big arm circle all the way around. Just articulating that joint. Moving the shoulder around. We're doing two things at once. Leaning into the gluteal. Doesn't matter if you're clockwise or counterclockwise with the shoulder. I want to feel where there's resistance here. Now, where along that circle did it feel best? I want you to open the palm wide. Lengthen out of there while you're still leaning into the gluteal. Right there. With the knuckles. Big breath. Slowly back to center. My right leg now and right hip, this feels like completely different. Very, very open compared to my left. I'm going to switch sides. So I'm going to take the left fist here. Or I can just roll. But yeah, I'll need a little bit of fist. Oh, right on that right side. Or I should say left side. Left hand reaching. Find a spot where that knuckle presses in comfortably. I have my palm down like this. Oh, oh, right there. Just kind of like, feels like it's pulling some of the skin from my sacrum over in a way that feels nice. Now I'm going to roll that left leg, left thigh around. And I'm going to make circles with the right arm, just like we talked about. Just big articulation. I felt a little bit more tight on that left arm, I'm just taking note of that. Big, full circles. Pressure in that left gluteal. You can move the arm the opposite direction. You can hold in the gluteals. You can jostle and rock in the gluteals. Deep pressure. Find a good spot. Oh, hang out there. I'm going to stretch this arm out. Big palm, open, wide fingertips. And slowly take the pressure off. I'm going to
windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Now both sides feel like they're fairly balanced, like I've worked both. Gonna lengthen my left leg down on the floor. I'm gonna pull my right knee up. I'm gonna grab a good 10-finger interlaced grip just at the top of my tibia. I'm flattening, rolling down the shoulder blades. Spine is down on the floor, long spine. I'm going to pull this knee down and over. If you hit your rib cage, just pull around the rib cage, pull that leg open through the hip, knee down towards the shoulder. In my case, I'm going to lengthen the neck. I'm going to pull the chin down, make a double chin, lengthening my cervical spine as we do this. Deep compression in front of the right hip. And slowly as I release, I'm going to roll this guy over to the left. And as my body starts to roll over to counterweight, I'm going to reach with my right hand. I'm going to slowly turn my head to look back over the right hand. I'm trying to balance between the right hand and the left foot, creating a long, slow, stable twist. Just maintaining range of motion. I don't think of yoga as contortion. It's about exploring safe range of motion, articulating joints, breathing, and having a moving meditation. And slowly roll back to center. I'm going to lengthen out the right leg. I'm going to bend at the left. I'm going to pull this guy down and over just like before. If your thigh starts to hit your rib cage, roll it around. Try to tuck the shoulder blades back and down. Pull the knee in towards the shoulder. Tuck the chin, press the back of the head down towards the floor, opening up those facet joints in the cervical spine. Then, just like before, I'm going to reach out with the left leg, opposite side. Going to counterbalance with the left arm behind me. Going to turn the head away towards the left arm. Don't be surprised if you twist more deeply to one side or the other. You just start to notice those little asymmetries and you work on them. Range of motion on one side may be deeper than the other. Feel much tighter over here. Just means I need to hang out a bit longer, work on this, get my body adapted, comfortable, at ease. Breathe. And roll back to center. You can roll side to side with your knees bent, maybe up towards your chest, just sort of massaging your sacrum. I'm going to walk you into the end here. So you're just rolling back and forth, side to side, trying to create some space here. Then when you're ready, I want you to find a spot on your mat, and you're going to go into Shavasana, the final pose. What I want you to do is to pull your shoulder blades down. Then I want you to push your shoulder blades down into the floor. Lift your bottom and kind of roll out your lumbar spine to bring your legs down below. If for some reason you don't feel comfortable this way, feel free to bend your knees. Feel free to put yourself in sit-up position. But what you're trying to do is put yourself in a relaxed physical space so that you can completely let go. And again, I'm going to walk you through this verbally. You don't have to do what I'm about to do. I'm just doing this because I like to do it, because it's as much my practice as it is working with you guys. I want you to squeeze your feet. I want you to tighten the muscles in your feet and just hold them for 2 to 3 seconds. Big in breath. Squeeze the feet. And as you exhale, let the feet go. Let the feet relax. Then with your calves, I want you to point the toes. Squeeze the calves. And on your exhale, relax, release the calves. Then lift your kneecap, squeeze the quadriceps, the fronts of the thigh, and hold there for a breath cycle. As you exhale, release the quads, release the legs. Into the gluteals. Squeeze your bottom so that your pelvis pushes up towards the ceiling. Just hold it for 3 to 5 seconds while you go through a breath cycle. And as you exhale, relax, release, let go, unwind. Then your belly. Pull your belly, squeeze your navel down into your spine. Just hold it there, like you're pulling it in, tightening your abs. And then on your exhale, let your belly go. Push your shoulder blades down into the floor. Push from either shoulder down into the mat, into the ground. Open the chest. Squeeze and hold. And relax and let go. Allow some space there. Then with your arms, you're going to press the elbows into the floor. You're going to press the backs of the hands down and open. Squeeze the tricep. Squeeze the forearm extensors. Open the palm. Forward breath cycle. Then relax. Release. Let go. Then tuck your chin, press the back of the head down. I want you to pull through the neck, opening the cervical vertebra, pushing the back of the head down. After one breath cycle, slowly relax, release, let go. Then into your face and jaw, I want you to lightly squeeze your jaw and grimace and make an ugly face. Just grimace and squeeze for a second, one breath cycle. Then when you exhale, relax, unwind, big in breath through the nose. Then to relax your jaw out the mouth. Now, with your lips closed, maybe your tongue at the roof of the mouth, you're going to breathe gently through your nose. And if anything feels uncomfortable, I want you to scan from the bottoms of your feet, slowly walking yourself through the scanner. If anything feels tight, Gently focus on it and squeeze the musculature around it. And see if after a breath cycle you can let it go. Relax, release, unwind. Eyes closed. Several more breaths. Is there an area you can focus on? And let the tissue stop contracting. That you can focus on and accept. Allows it to release. Slowly, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, your legs. Usually they'll have you roll on your right side. Use your hands to lift your body up. Oh, I'm going to come to just a cross-legged position, and I'm going to sit comfortably. Pointer finger and thumb can touch, just in creating some space on my spine. Shoulder blades back and down. I want to be able to sit comfortably. Long spine. Create space between the vertebrae. Big in-breath, palms at your chest, prayer position. And as you exhale, you can bow, lean forward, thanking yourself for your practice today. Thanking you guys so much for tuning in. We'll likely do this again tomorrow around the same time. And namaste. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions for me after the fact, please just let me know. Was happy to work with you. Hopefully you got some decent information out of that. If you have any questions or want to message me, even in video, Snapchat or Instagram are good options. On Instagram, I think it's Robert G Wellness 12. Feel free to video message me. And on Snapchat, it's RG Wellness. I'll see you guys again soon, and thank you so much for tuning in.